Welcome back to In The Slant. Today's episode is being recorded on January 10th. Of course, I'm joined by Dustin as always and joined by Jared as always as well. The NFL regular season officially wrapped up in Week 18. Today we got to talk our Week 18 recap, updated draft order, coach firings and openings, wildcard predictions. Of course, we have the community question of the week, and then we're going to play a game on where will this quarterback play next year, so stay tuned for all that. Got to get a vibe check with the boys real quick. How are we feeling after the regular season officially over? We're going to miss football, man.
I guess I don't got to get mad about any games anymore. I just get to enjoy some football now.
I'm kind of sad because it really went by quick.
It always does.
In the blink of an eye.
And the offseason just goes on forever. Like, it just takes so long. One bright thing we did get out of this week is Damar Hamlin is in great spirits now. So that is great. We were hoping for good news, and that is awesome. So today, we're always going to start with our Week 18 recap. So as far as Week 18 is concerned, we're going to try to go through this as quickly as we possibly can because we have a lot we want to talk about when it comes to playoffs and just some other offseason situations and rumors and stuff like that. So, of course, you had the Chiefs beat the Raiders. That game didn't really matter too much. The Chiefs secured the first seed 31-13. Jarrett Stidham didn't look as good as he did against, the 49ers.
Yep, the Niners.
The biggest game on Saturday was the Jaguars beating the Titans, and the Jaguars were literally missing a lot of opportunities, but the defense came through with a fumble on Joshua Dobbs and returned it for a touchdown. And Joshua Dobbs, with the season on the line, throws a check down on like 4th and 13. So just the dumbest thing I've ever seen. So Jaguars are in the playoffs, which is awesome.
Shout out to Jags.
Shout out to the
Getting
Jags.
eliminated first round. Shout out.
They earned
Doug
no
Peterson,
respect, though, by making the playoffs,
yeah,
so
Doug
I'll
Peterson,
give them that.
Man, he's a great coach. Browns and the Steelers. Steelers beat the Browns 28-14. The Steelers had a chance to make the playoffs, but they had to have some things go their way. Hey, Mike Tomlin finished 9-8, above 500 again, so shout out to Mike Tomlin. But the Steelers, unfortunately, don't get in because of the Dolphins winning. The Bengals beat the Ravens 27-16. These teams will meet in the playoffs, and it might be different circumstances this time if Lamar plays. We'll see.
I was about to say, anybody who wants to say anything, we had a third-string undrafted quarterback playing, so.
Yeah, exactly. Vikings beat the Bears. The Bears losing secures the number 1 overall pick. The Vikings obviously just needed some confidence going to the playoffs. The Bills beat the Patriots. Nyheim Hines returned a touchdown twice, one on the first play of the game. The Patriots definitely gave it a little bit more of a competition than I thought it would be. I thought the Bills were going to blow them out just with all the emotion they were riding on. But, hey, shout out to the Patriots for giving a little bit of fight. And, of course, they missed the playoffs because of the Dolphins beating the Jets 11-6 in one of the worst games I've ever watched. I mean, it just was absolutely poverty.
I'm going to be honest, I did not watch it.
Yeah, you didn't miss much. I'll tell you that.
Anything.
That's why I'm hoping Tua plays, because Dolphins are a lot more fun when Tua plays, of course. Falcons beat the Bucks. Tom Brady rested after one half, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Panthers beat the Saints 10-7. Texans, we got to talk about them definitely when we get to another segment, but they win 32-31 and go for 2 at the end to lose the number 1 overall pick, which might be why Lovie Smith was fired. I don't know.
I mean, I don't think it really matters because, it would have mattered if it was a team that needed a quarterback, but since it was the Bears that don't need a quarterback, you still have every quarterback option available once it gets to you on pick 2. But I mean, if it was any other team that needed a quarterback, the Bears.
But I will say, I say this though, since you don't have the number 1 overall pick, there could be a bunch of teams that would jump up over the Texans at 1 to steal the quarterback they're looking at, if that makes sense.
That's true,
That
and I
is
guess
very true.
the Bears would probably be open to trading it if they keep trading down that.
If they can get a huge haul, they're going to do it. And plus, their pick they trade for Claypool ended up being the 31st pick in this draft because of the Dolphins, which is crazy to think about because the Dolphins pick is suspended or whatever. 49ers beat the Cardinals 38-13. The Commanders with Sam Howell starting under center first start. Beat the Cowboys 26-6. I got to quickly say the Cowboys looked absolutely terrible. Dak looked absolutely atrocious. This is not good momentum going to the playoffs for the Cowboys, but maybe this is a good thing because they usually go into the playoffs hot and then they just disappoint everybody. But we'll see. I don't know if you really want to look like that against the Commanders team that Dak usually owns, but he looked horrible. They only put up 6 points. I get our defense is good, but loved what I saw out of Sam Howell. The Seahawks beat the Rams 19-16, and they secure a playoff spot, but of course with the help of the Lions later. This was a really fun game. Went to overtime. I thought Baker was going to get it done. This was my upset of the week. Did not happen. Got really close to predicting that right. And my lock was the Jaguars, which they did win. So I got to get credit for that. Eagles beat the Giants 22-16. They secure the first seed. And then the Broncos beat the Chargers. I mean, no one really cares about that one. And the Lions beat the Packers, which the
that
Packers.
game was
I do want to get my respect real quick because I did these guys can vouch for me. I did say that the Lions would beat the Packers, or they
Yeah,
have
you
a
did.
chance to beat them.
Jared was calling that. I will give him
Jared's
that.
been riding the Lion train all year.
Yeah.
I hopped on pretty fast, and Brady hopped on shortly after. And it sucks that they didn't make the playoffs. I wish that whoever won this game made it to playoffs. It's unfortunately that the Seahawks won because I honestly would rather have seen the Lions. But
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think I would have too. I think the Lions would have been a lot more fun. So, but that's your Week 18 recap, man. We wanted to go through that as quickly as possible because we're ready to talk playoffs. Unless you guys got anything else to say about Week 18, that is the biggest thing I wanted to talk about. Now that the regular season is over, of course, there's some teams going to the playoffs, but then you got some other teams like Dustin and I where we're going to be, already looking at the offseason with our favorite teams. The Bears get the #1 overall pick, and the Texans get the 2nd overall pick because Lovie Smith decided to go for 2. The Cardinals at number 3. I think for the Bears, they're in such a great position with Justin Fields. If they do believe in him, which it sounds like they do, they're gonna be able to have a lot of options, whether they want to draft a quarterback, if they want to move on from Fields, or if they want to draft an absolute stud on defense. Whatever they want to do, they can trade down.
I mean, they can literally trade down and they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, they
The
can trade
Bears
down
are in a great
twice.
position.
They can get so many assets.
I don't think
if they really want.
I don't think there's any way that Bears go for a different quarterback. Justin Fields, I think, has proven to me that he's at least starting worthy, especially in the NFC where it is right now. So I think literally you just trade it down. I didn't even think about trading it down, but when Brady brought that up earlier, like that's super smart. If they
And
do
also,
that.
I heard the Bears have the most cap space too.
Yeah, so
So.
their offseason is going to be amazing for them. Colts get to pick at 4. Like I said, Cardinals are at number 3, which I don't know what the Cardinals will do. Their offseason is going to be very, very interesting. The Seattle,
Jacoby Brissett and just ride it for the year. I think that's what they're gonna do.
they're going to what?
Pick up Jacoby Brissett and ride it for the
Yeah.
year.
Sign him as a backup.
Why
And then-
he seems to always be the starter for
It-
every team
it
when
seems
there's
that-
like
yeah.
when,
It
like,
was
in
crazy. He did outplay Deshaun Watson for a little bit.
Yeah, he kind of did, not going to lie. Seattle gets the 5th pick via the Denver Broncos. So that's just another thing they
That's
can add to
crazy.
their team.
They literally just
Little-
made playoffs and get the fifth overall pick.
Same thing with the Lions. They have the 6th overall pick from the Los Angeles Rams, which is crazy how bright some of these teams' futures are. Like the Lions.
You would never have thought that Rams pick would have been that high
Never.
going into the season.
The Stafford trade worked well for them. Goff even looks like a franchise quarterback for them as well. So
Lions are definitely going to be the team to look out for next year.
absolutely, the expectation will be high for the Lions next year. The Raiders get to pick at 7. The Falcons get to pick at number 8. Got Carolina at number 9, which I thought they'd be picking way higher, but Steve Wilkes had them on a little bit of a run there. They could have made the playoffs as well because of how bad the NFC South was.
I think
but
the Panthers are just still a sleeper team. I think they're still a quarterback away from being a
do you
great
think they
team.
consider trading DJ Moore this offseason?
No, you
No.
gotta keep your star wide receiver. We seen what happened with Tennessee.
Yeah, that's true.
So I
mean,
say you
if
definitely
DJ
keep
Moore
him.
was like a year or two older, maybe. But since he's still so young, you can bring in like a rookie quarterback and still freaking.
I just like that's
Right
what I'm
with
saying.
that,
I
yeah.
think the quarterback position might be a little rough because I feel like once DJ Moore gets the targets he needs.
Well, but with the Panthers pick, they should be able to get a top 3 quarterback. Unless like the only teams ahead of them that would probably draft one would be like the Texans, the Panthers, or no,
the Colts are
and
probably
the-
going to pick one.
and maybe the Raiders too.
Maybe
you
the
don't believe in
Raiders.
Mills no more.
Davis Mills, that
we-
train has sailed, man.
Yeah,
Dustin and I gave up on that.
We go up on that week 4.
11 is the Titans. You got the Texans at 12 from the Browns, and you got the Jets at 13, Patriots at 14, Packers 15, Commanders 16, Steelers 17, and then the Lions get to pick 18. So the Lions have 2 top 18 picks. Those are the picks.
Same
that
with the
are-
Texans too. 2
Yeah,
top 18
so-
picks for them too.
I mean, some of these
That's their
teams'
team.
futures are so bright, it's not even funny. The Lions, out of all these teams, are the team that stand out to me the most, where I'm just like, man, they could be scary next year. They really could be. So that
think-
is your updated draft order. Now it's time to talk about the coaches who were fired. I think they like to call it Black Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So the Cardinals have fired Cliff Kingsbury. We knew Nathaniel Hackett was already fired this season. Matt Rose already fired this season. The Colts already fired Frank Reich. So the 2 that have recently been fired is Lovie Smith and Cliff Kingsbury. I think all of us saw the Cardinals thing going. Like, we knew the Cardinals were probably going to fire Cliff Kingsbury. They very much disappointed this season. Like I said, their offseason is going to be so interesting, and we just saw a report that they might trade DeAndre Hopkins this offseason, which I thought something that was very possible with the way Kyler Murray's injury is going. And then I got to fire off in the Texans, man. The way they handle their head coaches makes no sense to me. Like, they bring in David Coley for 1 year, fire him after a year where I thought he did pretty good for the circumstances. So then they hire Lovie Smith, fire him again after 1 year. What? This is not. I mean, if you're a head coach and you're looking at the Texans, like, are you wanting to go to a team that doesn't even give you the opportunity to build anything. Like, what are the expectations with the roster? I don't get it.
I don't know. I feel like these people think that the Texans deserve to be like a playoff team or some shit, but I think they need to take a step back, look at their roster, and realize that this team is not a playoff team, and whoever comes in there has to rebuild it. It's only going to be like a John Gruden thing where when he first came into the Raiders, for like 2 or 3 years, we were terrible, didn't make playoffs, but like it wasn't his fault because the team was just awful at the time. So.
I was about to say, you're not going to flip that. I don't think any coach in the NFL is going to go over there and flip that team around to make them a playoff team within a year.
You literally have to, like, if they had like hella money, maybe and they could get all the big stars, but it had to be a good head coach where people want to go play to, because no one really wants to just go play for the Texans right now.
No.
So like.
Yeah, I hate how the Texans are handling business. I think they've been a lot of people have been kind of agreeing with. I mean, it just makes no sense, man. Just don't. You fire your head coach after one season both times in a row. Like, what's the point of even hiring them to begin with? Plus, you're giving them multiple year contracts for literally no reason. It doesn't make any sense. I know. I think as soon as they get another job, it's like written off or whatever. But still. Makes absolutely no sense to me. I don't get why the Texans do stuff like this.
And that's another thing too about the Texans. It's not even just about the head coaching gig. It's like players like Brandon Cooks was very unhappy there. You know, Brandon Cooks is a veteran that people like respect as a receiver because he's been around the league a lot. And him being unhappy there and wanting out super bad, that's not going to make it interesting for any vets that want to go play there when a guy's begging.
Yeah, not only that, I just seen a report about how he wanted to be traded this offseason.
He wants to be traded. I mean, he wanted to trade.
He wanted to.
He is out of there.
He does not want to be there.
Which Cooks will be traded for like, what is it, the fourth time? He's been traded so many times.
I feel bad though because
he's
never
such a
had
good receiver.
Yeah,
he
so
literally
underrated,
is.
man.
He's never had a great foundation with any team because he's been traded so much.
He's a Giant soon, probably. New York Giants need a receiver. Why not? Go for Cooks, maybe.
I don't know. Kenny Galladay just had a day.
Yeah, Kenny Galladay finally showed up. Maybe,
got a touchdown.
I mean, maybe he's back next year. Kenny Galladay.
We'll see in playoffs.
Yeah, we'll see in playoffs. We ain't gonna get him next year. He better show out in playoffs.
Yeah. And I know the Cardinals GM is stepping away, so that job is opened up. I think there's some other jobs with the GM open up. One thing I have to be excited about is the Washington Commanders fired Scott Turner. So happy about that. He was so terrible. I'm so sad that Ron Rivera kept him for 3 years. It's so. Again, we didn't have a quarterback, but it's just, I don't know. His play calling sometimes just made no sense. But you guys have seen me talk about that way too many times. So, out of all the jobs that you see that are open right now between Cardinals, Broncos, which the Broncos are going after like Sean Payton and trying to get a big name, obviously, to fix Russell Wilson. Out of all the jobs, if you were a head coach, which one would you want the most? Which job out of the Cardinals, Broncos, Colts, Panthers, and Texans are you looking at like, man, that's a team I want to go coach?
Panthers.
Yeah, I'm going to say Panthers too because when I think about the Broncos, I can't because of Russell Wilson and like just taking them on as a head coach, like that dude's got a bag and he played mad this season.
But although he did play great, I know this is just his last game of the season, but he did play great that last game.
Yeah, he didn't
I'll
play.
give him that.
No, I take it back. I
think he played.
I got my pick. It's not the Panthers. With the Colts having the 4th overall pick, I'm actually gonna go the Colts because I hope that like someone like hopefully Sean Payton can go there. I'd rather him go there because one, he can get a young quarterback and build him, and then also on paper that roster looks very good. So. I don't know. I think the Colts are probably actually the best.
Yeah,
spot.
between the Colts, Broncos, and Panthers, it's a toss-up for me. If you're going to the Cardinals, you should be expecting a little bit of a teardown, in my opinion, with J.J. Watt retiring, obviously, and then Hopkins going to be traded. Kyler Murray's not going to be ready right away. This should be a little bit of a retool year for the Cardinals, I would imagine. The Broncos, you're investing in Russell Wilson. You don't get to choose your quarterback. You are trying to fix him, which, like I said, they've been trying to get Sean Payton. It sounds like they're very interested in him. It might take a first-round pick.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. The Saints are winning.
Crazy to think about, but I get it.
I guess I get it, but I'm not giving up a first-round pick for a fucking coach.
Coaches don't get traded very often.
It's a weird circumstance, honestly.
Doc Rivers got traded like when we were really young, but I can't think of any other coach that I can think of.
Broncos Nation, I know we just traded all of our first-round picks for Russell Wilson, but now what we're going to do is we're going to trade another first-round pick for Sean Payton.
Hey, man, if Sean Payton is the guy that could get Russell Wilson going again, then maybe that's the game.
It's all on Russell Wilson. It ain't up to no damn coach.
It shouldn't take a coach to get a veteran quarterback to get
that $200 million that he got should have been enough.
You guys are.
I hate when people say that, like, "Oh, Someone needs to get Russ cooking. Russ is a fucking veteran. He ain't no fucking rookie. He's been in the league for fucking over a decade. Like he shouldn't need to warm up. The fucker should be playing like how he always is.
But out of all these jobs, which one would be your least favorite then? You said what was
It'd probably be the Broncos. It'd be the Broncos depending on Russ. But if it's not Russ, low-key Kyler would be pretty bad because, dude, Kyler Murray seems to always be like a fucking dickhead to his coaches and always arguing with them and shit. So, like, I would honestly not want to put up with this.
I'm definitely going with the Cardinals because I feel like, there's still just some hope with Russell. It's just his first year with the new team. We just scratched that season, whatever. Hopefully next season he comes back. So I'm definitely choosing the Cardinals.
I think the Texans is, even though I don't agree with the way they've been handling their head coaching opportunities, the job is kind of appealing because you have the second overall pick, so you're clearly bringing in another quarterback.
And you got another one in top 13 too.
And you're going to have cap space. You can trade Cooks for something. I don't know if you're going to get like an Amari Cooper type package.
I think you'll get like maybe a third.
Or a third. Like, that's what they were trying to get the deadline, though, and nobody wanted to give that up. So I don't know what Cooks will be traded for because I would have never thought.
It makes it even worse, too, because, like, Brandon Cooks, like, yeah, he had his games where he did good this year or whatever, but he didn't play, like, as consistent as he normally does, so that'd make his trade bait go down even more.
I think the problem is you just don't have another receiver alongside of him.
Yeah.
Too.
Well, they have, what's his name, Nico Collins. But...
And their receiver they drafted didn't play for them this season because he had, like, leukemia or something. It was John Mechie III. So there's some hope and optimism with him when he returns next season that he could be really good.
And Nico Collins is solid, too, so even after trading Cooks, you might not get much, but you'll still have, like you said, John Mechie, plus you'll have Nico Collins, which he proved towards the end of the year that he was a decent receiver. So
that question was the least, right? The job you wouldn't want it. So who was yours?
My least favorite would probably be the Broncos because you're going in just investing in Russell Wilson. Because like usually when you're a head coach, you try to come in and make your mark on the team. So you're literally coming in with just someone's I don't even know how to explain it, but you don't get to really pick your litter, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it, but I guess Broncos would be my least favorite.
I look at the Broncos, though. They got a good defense.
That's true.
Just the offense, you just need to work with Russell.
You could just, like, it depends on what kind of coach you are. If you're wanting to, pick your groceries, I guess, and, have an input on the team more, which you still could, it's just, like, the team is already kind of built to win now and just didn't win now.
But the issue, too, is that, like, the issue last year, in my opinion, was just that Russ was not making the throws or making the plays like he normally did. Not saying it's all on him because I'm not like obviously the head coaching gig there and all that was not very good, but like that's like the scariest part about it. It's like, yeah, I know the team around it's pretty solid, but if I go to this coaching gig and Russell Wilson keeps on playing like complete garbage,
and the
I'm stuck
is
here.
Super high. They're looking to someone come in immediately and make an impact.
That pressure shouldn't really be on the coaches as much as it should be on Wilson.
But it's always going to fall on the head coach. It's the most expendable position to get rid of.
Whoever the hell paid him, put the pressure on his ass.
So that is the coach openings, firings, what happened. I'm excited to see who gets hired, and we'll probably keep seeing firings maybe even after the playoffs.
And you already know all offseason we're going to be talking about the Sean Payton rumors, where he's going, and if he does come back this year, which is looking like it.
Yeah, I think he will.
I think it's like a 50-50 if he wants to stay doing his little news thing or
broadcasting.
Yeah, broadcasting or coaching.
He seems certain to want to come back coaching, so I think he will.
Yeah, I think he will.
But is it for sure not the Saints? Why does he not want to coach for the Saints?
Because Dennis Allen's got the job, it feels like. And I think Sean Payton just wants to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But you really, so like teams should know that. Like, bro, there's no way I'm giving up a first for a coach. I could not.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Maybe like a second or third.
I wouldn't even get a late first.
That's what I'm saying.
Some desperate team is gonna do it. I promise.
Who is that desperate for a coach
Broncos
to give a first though?
That's what I'm saying, dude. If they're like, the Raiders fired Josh McDaniels just then, the Raiders trade their 7th overall pick to the Saints for fucking Sean Payton, I'm gonna be fucking
Broncos give him a verse and Russell still plays like shit. That'd be terrible, dude.
Right, that's it for the coach openings. It is Wildcard Weekend. It is time to make our predictions on who we think is going to win this weekend. So
Raiders. No, just
we're not even
in about 20 years.
Raiders are not there, buddy. Sorry. Wildcard Weekend. Playoffs are officially here. This is a very interesting playoffs we get this year. The AFC in particular is what I find the most interesting. NFC. For me, the NFC, you got like 3 top dogs in my opinion, and then the AFC, I think it's a toss-up. So let's talk about it. It starts on Saturday. Seahawks, 49ers. Who we got winning this one?
Now, I'm going to just put this out there real quick. No disrespect to the Seahawks fans. Now, this game is probably the least entertaining out of all of them. I'm going to just say first. But at the end of the day, I feel like this is an easy choice. I think we're all going to go with the 49ers here.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe not easy, but for me.
One thing we need to point out, because we always say this, it's a divisional game.
Okay.
These two teams know each other. So there could some buffoonery happen where the Seahawks pull it out. And
Dude, the 49ers have just been on a streak, though.
yeah, I just don't see it.
They've
I'm going
tearing
49ers too here. I don't think the Seahawks get it done. I'm glad Geno Smith had a great story, but that defense and the offense is clicking on all cylinders. And like I said, there was two or three teams to me, in my opinion, where the NFC has its top dogs, and one of those teams for me is the 49ers. So, yeah, I think the 49ers take care of business. I don't really see the Seahawks upsetting them, but like I said, crazy things happen when you play your division rivals. So.
Especially in the playoffs.
49ers for me. Dustin, you said 49ers, right?
Yeah.
All right, so then on this one is where I find a toss-up. I think it's a toss-up. Chargers head to Jacksonville.
This ain't no fucking toss-up.
This
Give me
ain't
the
no
fuck-
toss-up.
But, hey, I don't know. Did you just see Mike Williams got hurt?
Yeah, but I think he's going to be fine this. I think they say he's going to practice this
Which was dumb, though, because the Chargers played all their starters last week.
Brandon Staley
And-
him playing is
Give me Justin Herbert already.
I don't know. This one-
It's in
one's-
Jacksonville, though.
I don't care.
You're going Chargers?
I don't know, man. You go first, Brady.
Justin Herbert's better than Trevor
I think
Lawrence.
this game is a lot better than
I think the quarterback matchup's easy to
I'm not
pick,
saying that
but
it's not a good game, but I'm saying Chargers are winning it.
no.
One thing I also love about the AFC is how young all these quarterbacks are that are starting. As long as we get Tua and Lamar healthy, which we got to add, obviously, if every single quarterback is playing healthy, all these guys are under 27 years old, which is absolutely amazing for the future. And it starts with the Chargers versus Jaguars matchup, which I think is the closest matchup, in my opinion, this week. It's the fact that it's in Jacksonville makes me really want to pick the Jaguars. I don't know why, but I'm gonna roll with the Chargers. I believe in them. I think I want the Chargers to win because I think they're a team that could actually maybe head to Arrowhead or head to wherever they have to go next week and actually pull off an upset. I think they're built for that. Jaguars, they're a nice story, but I don't know if they're ready for that kind of moment.
Now-
Although, would not be surprised if Jaguars won. Sorry.
No, go ahead. You finished?
No, I'm
Okay.
finished. Yeah.
All right, so the Chargers did not spend all this damn money in the offseason to lose in the first round of the playoffs, okay? So, now, check this out. I got the Chargers winning, but I feel like every time we choose against the Jags, and we say this every time, we choose against them, they end up winning.
No, but that was mainly against the Titans. I feel like the Titans is the only time I would pick against it.
But I feel like every time I chose against the Jags, I don't know about you guys so much, they would win.
I get that. This will be the quarterbacks both their first times playing the playoffs, so it's gonna be a fun matchup. Obviously, Doug Peterson has.
Congratulations to
coaching experience
Justin
in the playoffs.
Herbert. Out of all the quarterbacks in the league, you're one of the ones that deserve to be in playoffs the most. You're literally basically like Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert. I mean, not Justin Herbert. Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen. You're basically I consider him like the number 4 best quarterback in the league. So I'm very grateful that you guys finally made it.
At least in the AFC. I don't know about the league.
Yeah, it might
I
be
would
a
say
little
AFC
iffy.
at the
Yeah,
very least.
AFC.
Yeah, I think the Chargers are like literally a tier right below those, the Bengals, Bills, and Chiefs. So I feel like you got the Chargers and the Ravens right in that next tier, as long as the Ravens are healthy, obviously. I want the Chargers to win. I would not be surprised if Jacksonville won. It's going to be a fun game. Like I said, Doug Peterson is a Super Bowl winning head coach, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to go with Chargers, though.
But like Brady did point out, it is in Jacksonville, so that's what keeps me on the edge. Because I feel like them Jacksonville fans are going to go crazy there.
Oh, for
They're
sure.
definitely going to be loud.
Because, dude, no cap, Jaguar fans are like one of the realest ones, dude. Like they literally would go, they would go to the stadium last year, like holding up signs, like basically dogging the franchise. So you know the fact that this team's in playoffs, dude, those fans are gonna go crazy.
They've prayed for times like this. All right.
Yeah, that's gonna go crazy.
But at the end, I do have the Chargers winning.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Chargers. We'll see, man. We'll see. Dolphins versus the Bills.
Move on, come on.
We don't know who Tua's playing. We don't know who Tua's playing. Relax.
I don't give a who's out there. If it's Tua, Josh Allen, it could be Josh Allen for the Dolphins. I would still choose Josh Allen on the Bills because Stephon Diggs is better than Tyreek Hill.
Whoa, hold on now.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I don't think the Dolphins could come in and beat the Bills, especially if Skylar Thompson is the starter. You can just bank on it. I would bet anything in my life.
If Skylar Thompson is starting, I'm rocking with the Bills. that's just a clear case.
And even if Tua's out there, he's gonna be overthrowing and underthrowing like he was the last few weeks before.
But if I'm correct, the time they did play and they had that good matchup, right?
Yeah.
See, so that's why if Tua
beat them once this year too.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be a blowout if Tua was out there, but I don't think they win.
I don't know. It's going to be hard. Like I said, if Tua's out there, the Dolphins' offense is crazy, just like the Bills. So I just feel like.
Well, Is it Mostert or is it one of them injured? Is
Yeah,
it
Mostert injured his finger or something like that. I don't remember what exactly.
Yeah.
And what's his status?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure he's gonna play. I mean, if not, they got Jeff
Wilson,
so he's pretty solid. But yeah, I think the Bills, riding all this emotional wave and just being the hot offense that they are, and Josh Allen just threw for looked so good against the Patriots. I got to go the Buffalo Bills taking care of home field advantage. Now, if this was like in Miami and the Dolphins beat them there this season, this could be a little bit more of a conversation, but got to go the Bills here.
And I'm trying to be optimistic for the Dolphins, but I got the Bills. Also, it's at the Bills. Dolphins are out of Miami. The weather changes. I don't know how bad it's going to affect them as well. So I got the Bills winning this one.
Yeah, so if the Dolphins were going in Jacksonville, I'd give them a little bit more of a chance, right, with Tua under center. But since they got to go against the firepower that is the Buffalo Bills,
in the cold.
Yeah, I got to go the Buffalo Bills here. The next game, Giants versus Vikings. Now, the Giants just gave the Vikings a little bit of competition not too long ago. So I think this game is a lot closer than we all expect. I think the Giants could come in here and possibly upset Minnesota. I don't think it's crazy out of the possibility that they do that. I think Daniel Jones and Brian Dable have been really good this season for the Giants, not to mention Saquon as well. The one thing that is a knock against the Giants, like I said, the wide receiver core is a little lackluster. Maybe Kenny Galladay can look like he did in Week 18.
He can worth that money, right?
The Vikings suck in second, coverage, so that is something going for them. I think this is a close game. Dustin, I know you're a known Vikings hater, so I actually want to know what the hell you're going to say first.
I'm going to wait for you guys to go first. So the one thing I got to say is my Vikings friend literally told me that the defense is stepping up. Then they're getting scored on 31. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what stepping your defense is up it means, but
if their defense is stepping up, that means they're not getting 30 points scored on. They're only getting 20.
Yeah.
But I am going to – this is going to be crazy. I'm going to say fuck it. Giants beat the Vikings.
And I'm not disagreeing with you because that's not a bad pick. I mean, the Vikings defense does struggle a lot. We've seen it before. It is in Minnesota, though. I don't know, man. Both of these teams did not go through the season and not go what they went through to make it this far. It's a hard pick.
You already know who I'm choosing. It was obvious before we even started this.
I don't know who you're choosing. Pick it.
Giants, baby. Come on. I don't like the Vikings defense. They got to watch it. Kenny Galladay finally got going. Not saying he's going to go off in playoffs, but if he does, that's another huge weapon for him. They got multiple weapons. They got Barkley. They got Daniel Jones who can run. The Giants got a lot of weapons that the Vikings defense has to worry about, and I just don't know in playoffs. Because there's going to be Giants fans there in Minnesota going crazy. So I think with just a little hype they're going to have, I think the Giants are going to get this.
Listen, so Justin Jefferson's going to put this game in his bag. Justin Jefferson's going to have 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. Dalvin Cook's going to have a touchdown, over 100-yard rushing. The Vikings are winning this game.
The reason why I'm not fully confident picking the Vikings is just because we see those random games out of Kirk Cousins where he just comes out and just looks flat, and the Vikings are just struggling. We saw them go down 33-0 to the Colts. It's just, I hate to pick against the Vikings. It's not like I hate them or anything. It's just I can't trust Kirk Cousins for some reason.
I don't trust. It's not even Kirk Cousins that I don't trust at this point. Even though he has looked bad, it's literally just the defense. That's literally what I don't trust. The Vikings defense has to be one of, if not the worst in the league, and I just cannot trust it going into a playoff game like this.
Now, as bad as I want to choose the Giants, I've been rocking with the Vikings for this whole season, so I'm going to go ahead and choose them in the playoffs.
You're going to choose the Vikings?
Yeah.
I respect that.
Right into the Giants.
Ravens versus Bengals.
Oh, shit.
Sunday Night Football.
I want Jared to go first.
Just like I said with the Tua situation, we got to hope and pray Lamar is playing as well.
Now, I got a lot to say.
Because Anthony Brown's playing, you guys are fucked.
We're winning with Anthony Brown. It don't matter. Okay. Actually, no, we could have won last week, if we didn't turn the ball over so many damn times. We actually played great for having him in there. Okay. That's for the circumstances that is. But now somebody, one of the Ravens.
He would have done great if we didn't get so many turnovers.
Which is his fault. I'm saying it's the offense. They just couldn't. Our defense was playing great. That's what I'm saying.
Let Jared talk.
Listen, no, check this out. If the offense played as good as the defense, we could have beat the Bengals with the third string quarterback. That's what I was saying. Okay, listen. What?
Let Jared talk.
What? Say. Go ahead.
I got the Bengals. Let me move on. Let me get this out of the way.
The reason you chose the Bengals because the Raiders have never seen a playoff in the last 30 years. I can't even remember when the last time they won a game. So listen, Lamar just reposted on his Instagram story. A fan said, Lamar, I need you out there this Sunday playing. Lamar reposted it. So every single Ravens fan, we're just assuming Lamar is going to go through whatever he has to go through and he's going to play for us Sunday. This game is huge. This is a division rival in the playoffs.
Give me Bengals 45.
Shut your
Ravens
mouth.
30.
Expect it to get ugly because it's going to. I just want to point out we didn't mention this. Roquan Smith just got an extension. That dude's played great. I'm expecting him to be the team leader on this fucking defense. And I'm expecting the Ravens to go out there and win this damn game. We need to, because we have been first round exits too many times.
Dustin hates it when players get paid because they play like shit after, right, Dustin?
Yeah,
Hey, that's not the case for Roquan, okay?
I know that's the Raiders effect, though. Every player they paid was injured or played like shit.
Now, the Bengals, though, they might be out to their starting offensive lineman as well. So that might be huge.
This is a fun game. I like it if Lamar is playing. Obviously, like I said, if Lamar is out, give me Bengals all day. But if Lamar is playing, he hasn't played since what? Do you even remember
He's
last
been
week?
out like 5 games.
Yeah, it's been crazy. He hasn't played in a while. I'm gonna pick the Bengals, and I mean no disrespect to the Ravens. I'm not rooting against them. I don't want them to lose. I'm just going to pick my gut.
No, I need you guys to choose the Ravens because you guys chose the Browns and we lost. Do you want to see us win or not?
I don't care.
Dustin, please choose the Ravens.
It doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna go Bengals. Give me DeAndre Hopkins on the Ravens next season, and feel a bit more better about the Ravens.
Yeah, please give us Hopkins. I'm not finished with this shit yet, okay?
No, keep going.
Now
Please,
listen.
by all means.
Dustin, what were you saying about – I just want to bring up last week. What were you saying that we would have lost? Or what were you going about?
You guys are going to lose first round.
No, you're saying that our offense – I said our offense played bad.
Oh, they always do.
Guys, he's not making any sense. I was saying that if our offense played
Lamar
great –
Jackson always boosts his stats against a shitty-ass fucking
Dustin,
weak-ass
who
team.
does he have to throw to? Name a wide receiver he has to throw to.
Well, what is
If you give us the Raiders offense, Lamar would go to the Super Bowl every year.
Well, yeah, because you'd have an upgrade at tight end. You'd definitely have an upgraded receiver. And
He still had the
also-
shitty defense the Raiders had, though, so never mind. We
Yeah.
wouldn't go nowhere. But listen, though, if Lamar's playing Sunday, man, I swear, I have a good chance we can beat the Bengals. Like I said, this is like a division game, so, throw the records out the window.
Exactly.
This can go any way.
Records don't matter in the playoffs, though.
Just know all these players out there, this game is going to get ugly, I feel like.
I'm wearing a Bengals jersey all year long. You know me, riding with my team.
I'm really praying, dude, because I'm nervous for this game. Hope we win.
Cowboys versus
So, hold on.
Buccaneers.
Who'd you guys have? Ravens? Ravens and Bengals? Okay. All right. Remember that. He chose the Ravens.
Yeah, okay. Cowboys versus the Buccaneers.
Give me the Bucks. Give me a fast. Cowboys are ass.
Whoa.
I don't know what it is. Tom Brady always steps it up in playoffs for some reason. Usually,
Yeah, he's 7-0 against the Cowboys in all time.
I can't give him that just because he's 7-0. You guys seen their record this year.
look how Dak just played.
I know he didn't play the
though.
greatest, but I'm saying like the
Jared,
Buccaneers.
that is an understatement. When I tell you Dak played like shit, he played like shit. I'm not even kidding. He looked like a third string.
Are we gonna choose one game, or we're gonna look at all the
No.
games for Tampa? Because
I mean, we gotta
Tampa
talk-
Bay, what was their record?
Bucks? That's what I was about to say too. The
But
Bucks have struggled
with
too.
the Bucks though, it was. I don't think it was necessarily Tom Brady's fault. I mean, like to an extent, it is kinda. But like his stats were still good this year, even with them losing so many games.
Now Dak might have just had a bad game. Whatever. I'm hoping if he does play bad against Tampa, that the defense can step up for them and win them the game. I have Cowboys.
Jason Garrett had a theory where he kept saying that the Cowboys play worse on grass or something like that, which is so weird to think about.
See, what I think is when people point out stuff like that, it's like a superstition. So like every time it happens, like, oh, that's the reason we lost. You know? I don't know.
I just feels weird to me because the Cowboys, like I said, I went into this game when they were playing the Commanders. I fully thought they were going to full throttle us. That's what the Cowboys always do to us. It's just the reality of the situation. I hate that it happens. It's usually the way it goes. But it was just like the total opposite. The Cowboys couldn't get anything going whatsoever. I mean, literally, I can't even fathom like this. I've never seen anything like this happen. Pretend Dustin is a wide receiver. Dak throws it to him twice. The first time, Jared comes in, almost picks it off and gets dropped. He throws the same exact route to Dustin again, but this time Jared picks it off and takes it for 6. I've never seen a quarterback back-to-back plays throw it to the same exact spot where you almost got picked off the first time and you threw it there again for the second time.
Yeah, that's just bad decision making.
And then also there was like the Cowboys punter just didn't get or fumbled the ball or whatever, and then the returner had a muff punt. Like they were just struggling so bad. So many mistakes were happening for the Cowboys.
See, but to me, that's something you want to happen before the postseason. You want to get that stuff out the way. You don't want to make those same mistakes coming into the playoffs. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be happening.
Well,
but it happens. You just have those games. You know.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I'll give you that. I'm going to choose the Buccaneers because the Cowboys losing the playoffs is like my medicine, man. It makes me feel so much better about life.
Of course. You'd always pick against them. Brady's
Yeah.
pick against Cowboys and playoffs.
I got to go Bucks. I'm going Bucks. Tom Brady, please make me a happy man on Monday. That'd be great. That'd be the Cowboys being, Cowboys fans. Not all of them. I respect some Cowboys fans, don't get me wrong, but most of them just I love seeing them sad. That's just how it is for me.
Like I said in that video I sent you guys, I said I don't mind all Cowboy fans, but all the celebrity ones and stuff, I cannot stand them.
So you got Bucks, Cowboys.
Yep.
Okay.
That
Can I backtrack real quick? I want to go back to the Ravens game. real quick.
Oh.
I want to call out one person. Greg Roman better call a hell of a game. And we got J.K. Dobbins coming back, so you better run that damn ball. That's all I got to say.
All right, that is your Wildcard Weekend predictions. Can't wait to see what happens. All right, now we're going to be playing a fun game, kind of previewing the offseason a little bit for these guys. I don't think I wrote down a single team that was actually, no, I have a couple teams that are in the playoffs as well. So we're going to be playing a game called Where Will This Quarterback Play Football Next Season? I have like 19 or 17 different quarterbacks here and a lot of different situations to talk about. So let's start off. Derek Carr with the Raiders. Clearly not going to be the quarterback for the Raiders next season. We haven't really even talked about this because I kept saying we were going to talk about it last week and we forgot to.
I got a spicy prediction that I also want to bring up. You ready? This is coming from a Raiders fan too. The New Orleans Saints. That's where I think Derek Carr is going to play next season.
That would be an interesting spot. Derek Carr on the Saints. I kind of like it. Clearly he's not going to be playing with the Raiders. They benched him the last 2 games of the season. He stepped away from the team. They're going to try to trade him before that contract is guaranteed. They didn't want him hurt. For me, my favorite spot for Derek Carr, and by the way, with these predictions, I'm going to say a player, and you can say he stays on the team as well. You don't have to pick a different team. So,
okay.
Derek Carr, for me, I think the best spot for him to go would be the Jets. I like the Jets so badly for him. I think that spot makes way too much sense. They need a quarterback. Zach Wilson clearly was not it.
But, dude, one thing, too, is, I guess, like, New Orleans isn't much better when it comes to weather, but, dude, Derek Carr sucks in the fucking cold, Brady. He is fucking dog shit in the cold. So if
he needs to get used to it then, huh?
Yeah, so if he goes to New York, good luck, Carr.
Where you got Derek Carr going?
See, I don't know if this would even correlate to the team that I'm thinking in my head. I was gonna say the Colts.
Yeah, that's a solid pick.
See, that it makes sense, but the Colts better, and like I said, I don't know what their thought process is. They just should be done going for veteran quarterbacks, in my opinion. They should just draft one.
I feel like there's a difference between having Wentz, Matt Ryan, and then Derek Carr. I don't know the age difference as much, but I look at Derek Carr as a younger guy compared to those two.
But just look at every quarterback this offseason that was brought in, right, as a veteran, whether it was a trade or a signing. None of them worked out.
No.
None of them. Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz, Russell Wilson. Probably forgetting one. There were so many different options, and none of them worked. None of them worked. All the guys that were brought in, I think every single one of those teams are not even in the playoffs. So I would think a lot of these teams are looking at that and being like, okay, maybe you shouldn't go and trade for a quarterback. Maybe you should just draft one or whatever. But the Jets have done that with Zach Wilson. Has not worked out, which is why I think him going to the Jets makes a lot of sense for Derek Carr.
So what do you say about Mike White?
Mike White is cool and all, but I don't think he's a starter.
Actually, Brady is right. I think Saints or Jets are like.
No, Jets is a good pick.
I like the Saints too. That's a good one.
That one I didn't even think about.
This one, Mac Jones. I think he stays with the Patriots.
Yeah, I think he stays.
I think he stays, or for some reason, dumbass Josh McDaniels is gonna try to trade some stupid fucking pick for him because he jerks off to every. Because one, Josh McDaniels was there when he got drafted, obviously, and then two. That motherfucker loves Patriots players, so you're either gonna see Jimmy G, fucking Tom Brady, or Mac Jones as the Raiders quarterback. Watch.
I don't see them giving up on Mac Jones yet.
Yeah, he actually played pretty good down the stretch, in my opinion. And he's had some. And they need a legit offensive coordinator. Matt Patricia is not an offensive coordinator. That man used to be the defensive coordinator for the team. I don't get why he's calling the plays. It does not make sense. But Zach Wilson on the Jets. This one's interesting to me because, like, they clearly are going to bring in another body, right? There's no way they go into next season with what they got. Are they going to keep Zach Wilson, though, or would there be a team that would want him?
I see Zach Wilson. I do not see him going to another team as of right now in starting.
I mean, like,
I see him maybe going back up.
I got a sneaky pick, low key. Okay.
To start, for him to start.
No. He won't
just
be
for
starting.
a team. He doesn't. It's not even necessarily that he's going to go start. It's just where will he go?
Okay.
Play?
If it's not to start, okay, I got a sneaky pick. Depending on what his cost would be on like draft picks and stuff, the Broncos, like one, there's a veteran quarterback there that he can sit behind. Two,
The way Russ has been playing, I don't think he wants to learn from him right now.
For 4 seasons, he's gonna sit behind Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Okay, it's interesting. But they already.
I mean,
had to
Jordan
trade
Love.
I don't even know if Zach Wilson's good enough to even be.
Imagine the Broncos trade a pick for Sean Payton and then trade picks for Zach Wilson. According to Dustin, that's what the Broncos are gonna do this offseason.
The Broncos are just fucked for years to come. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I don't know what. I mean, I don't think Zach Wilson's even a starting quarterback worthy. So I don't think all he can be is a backup somewhere. And why not go backup somewhere?
Did you see what he said the other day? That
he's gonna make the veteran quarterback
he's gonna give him
hell or some
every
shit.
day in
Yeah.
practice. Hey, I mean, if you have that confidence still, that's great. But yeah, I think he stays a Jet.
I mean, I was gonna bring up the Jordan Love situation, but that's obviously real different when you have Aaron Rodgers as starting quarterback. But
yeah,
because you brought up Russell.
I'm gonna bring up Aaron Rodgers here soon as well. Lamar Jackson on the Baltimore Ravens. I think he stays.
I'm gonna go all day about this, bro. If we do not sign and keep Lamar Jackson, you do whatever it takes. I don't care what they say, whatever he wants. Sign that man a paycheck. You see how we play without him as our quarterback. If they let him walk, man, I don't even want to watch football next season. If they let him walk, it's stupid.
They got to at least franchise tag him, and they can't let him go. Obviously,
yeah, you can't just let him walk. If
you don't franchise tag him. You just give him his money. You don't have to do all that extra stuff.
What if he says at the end of the season that he's unhappy, he doesn't want to play there anymore?
I don't think that's the reason. I mean, you got to know he doesn't have an agent.
But what if he does? Would you just say franchise tag him and trade him?
Yeah.
I mean, you have.
But he doesn't have an agent. You guys know that, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, it's a lot harder to negotiate with a team to your contract. I just
don't know how you can be in the NFL and not have an agent.
Roquan Smith just did it. Lamar better do it too.
Oh yeah, we got to get Lamar paid.
Roquan Smith don't have an agent either. So Ryan Tannehill on the Titans.
Well, you guys even say anything about Lamar? Or you guys also say
Ravens?
Okay.
I joked around saying Raiders, but that's
not happening.
Yeah, just he stays.
Yes, pay him.
Yeah, he's getting franchise tagged or he's getting paid.
He's getting paid.
But that's the thing is, I will say about that. I can't just obviously almost every team that needs a quarterback, I'm gonna say Lamar Jackson doesn't go there if he was to be traded. So if he was to be traded,
I feel like we'd get a haul because there's so many teams that would try to snipe him.
It'd be like 2 firsts.
I'd say 8 first rounds.
Oh, wow.
Ryan Tannehill on the Titans.
He's retiring.
He's retired. I think he's back. In my opinion.
I think he's back, but he's ass.
I think he's back, but the season after that, he goes and just beats a backup somewhere. I don't know, dude.
I think if Derrick Henry's back, which he clearly probably is, I think Tannehill's back.
But you bring Tannehill, you got to get him a receiver, man.
Yeah, I think I mean, the AJ Brown thing.
And Traylon Burks was injured most of the season.
Yeah.
So
and their GM job is opened up, so we're gonna see what happens there.
Ryan
Tannehill touched Jared's foot. It was fucking weird.
He's playing footsie under the table.
Ryan Tannehill better be fine or better be retiring after this year because he's ass. He's not starting worthy. I'm sorry, he's not.
He's a good game manager, but nothing special.
And with the Titans too, I get if you bring back Derrick Henry, you kind of have to bring back Ryan Tannehill because you're still trying to win at that point. But if you somehow, if Derrick Henry doesn't come back, you just go full rebuild and you let Malik Willis cook and see if he's something. Because if you just sitting behind Ryan Tannehill all year for what? You might as well just start him if Derrick Henry doesn't come back.
They benched Malik Willis
down
the stretch for Josh Dobbs.
Dude,
that's what I was gonna say, but I didn't remember if that was correct or not. But
they did. But I feel like Malik Willis. I don't know. I feel like you still think Malik Willis is the future if you're.
I mean, they went and got him. You would think so, right?
Yeah.
So the next quarterback is Matt Ryan on the Colts.
That's a guy. Yeah. I mean, no disrespect to him, but I just think it's
over.
I don't think there's a way they can get rid of him either, because his dead cap hit is $24 million in 2022.
Yeah, you don't want that.
They're stuck with them, so I think they're drafting a
I
quarterback.
mean, regardless, even if he, scratch out the cap space or whatever, where would he even go?
Yeah, I don't think any team's lining up to trade for him, obviously. So
I mean, Raiders probably would, but
imagine we trade Derek Carr, take Matt Ryan. I would be heated. I would literally
never watch
football again.
He's staying with the Colts, and the Colts dropped quarterback. That's what I think happens. Davis Mills on the Texans.
You guys could talk. I never had hope in him. I didn't think anything was special.
I think he stays a backup.
Yeah, he stays a backup.
I don't think any team's lining up to trade for him.
I guess I'll just agree with them because, like I said, I didn't have too much.
Never had faith in this dude. So.
Never had faith. Oh, like I said, he looked good that one year, but whatever. He came back to earth, I guess. Daniel Jones and the Giants.
He's staying.
He's back.
Yeah,
he's getting a payday. I'm so happy for him that he, got Brian Dable as a head coach.
I mean, to be fair, I talked so much shit on him, but this man finally proved it.
We did give him some shit throughout.
It's because he played
season.
Dude. It was because it was on him why the Giants were so bad for a while.
And did we just hear a Commanders fan say he's happy?
Yeah,
the Giants.
Wow. I have no animosity towards the Giants. I really don't. I'm happy for them, man. Like I said in the last episode, I can relate to their team and not being a good team for a while, and they got it together. So shout out to them. I'm proud of them. Carson Wentz and the Commanders. He's gone.
Gone. But
His
I don't know
cap hit
where.
is literally $0 million, or a dead cap hit would be $0 million if he was cut.
Oh yeah, he's gone.
He's gone. He's
Yeah.
gone.
I don't know where. I don't have a prediction on where he would go. Maybe
maybe a backup at that point.
maybe like a team like I just said earlier, like the Saints, or maybe the Jets want to bring.
What if he gets in a situation like Andy Dalton, like he back up and he kind of just shadows the team for a while?
Do you
Or
think-
wait. What, I got an interesting pick, kinda, I guess, for Carson Wentz. Maybe you could see him fuck around and go to the Cardinals or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be, I guess, good bridge quarterback for until Kyle Murray's back, I guess.
I mean, I wouldn't expect much from him, but
No, I mean,
I mean, why not, right? Like, I don't know who else they're going to start.
Yeah,
They're
literally.
gotta wait for Murray if
I mean,
Carson
that-
Wentz is
that's
cheap
what-
enough.
and Carson Wentz should go for a cheaper contract because obviously his motherfucker's gotten paid twice and hasn't done shit. So
Yeah, Carson Wentz is going to be... If we don't cut him, Ron, I know you're not watching this, obviously, but if you don't cut him, you're an idiot, in my
he
opinion.
actually liked our last video.
Did he? Jared Goff.
He
from the
retweeted
Lions.
it. Staying.
He's staying.
Yep.
Yeah,
Jared Goff
staying.
is him, man. He went out there and beat the Packers, broke their hearts.
now, how's it feeling, Rams fan? You guys gave up on the motherfucker, and now you guys are fucking ass, and he's fucking goated.
Tom Brady on the Bucks.
There's a lot of speculation.
He's gone.
There's a lot of speculation. He's gone and going where?
I do
Say
like the
it.
Raiders as a landing spot because of being reunited with Josh McDaniels. I think it makes a lot of sense.
I don't-
Now, is there a chance he just retires? I don't
No,
think so.
no.
No.
Tom Brady's already said that he's not retiring. I'll put that out there. And then also, I do not like it for the Raiders to go out and get another old quarterback.
I think this is
Although
different,
Tom
though.
Brady is great, I don't care who he's reigniting with. They need to go young. That's just how I
The team
think.
is built to win now, though. But I guess you could say the same thing for a lot of.
So you
But
see,
it re-
okay, but right,
is it really built to win? Like, yeah, it has pieces around it that are built to win now, like Devontae and that. But like, if we're gonna go full rebuild and we're gonna go young, our defense is a
Yeah.
lot of younger pieces. Our defense is super young. Our offense, besides Adams, and I guess Waller's pretty up there in age too. Our offense is young besides them because our O line's all pretty young. Except
Dustin,
for, like,
this
the
is my
vets.
opinion. Tom Brady will sign for a cheap contract with the Raiders, right? Get this man an offensive line, re-sign Jacobs, get some corners, and you're set.
And you just had Tom Brady, Devontae all year.
Yeah, ride with them. Third and
Waller.
right road, Darren Waller.
And what's-
get Matt
what's-
Collins back
yeah.
if you need to. That's some weapons for Tom Brady to throw to. Just run it to Josh Jacobs 40 times a game. You should
And
be
just
good.
throw a long throw to Devontae every once in a while.
Yeah.
that's it.
Jameis Winston on the Saints.
He's a staying, but as a backup.
What is? I don't even honestly. I think he's under multiple years, so like I don't even know if there's an out on his contract. Pretty sure there is.
I don't even have a spot for him.
No, I wouldn't either.
It's so weird because like
Maybe like maybe he's like Broncos as a backup. Like I could see him maybe being a backup somewhere. But
yeah, he
he's
signed
not
a
a
2-year,
starter.
$28 million deal. So
Dang, getting $10 million a year as a backup doesn't
That's
sound
14.
too.
Or low key, instead of Carson Wentz going to the Cardinals, James
Saints.
Winston.
his
Yeah.
dead cap in 2023 is $11 million. So there's really not an out on it. So I guess he's back with the Saints no matter what. So
But this is just what if it was to happen.
he's not going anywhere. He's a Saint. He's a Saint going forward, and they might even start him next year if they don't get a different quarterback. Obviously. All right, now I have 3 quarterbacks to kind of list off because they're all on the same team: Jimmy G, Trey Lance, Brock Purdy.
Jimmy
Trey
G's
Lance-
gone.
Brock Purdy staying on the 49ers.
Yeah,
clearly.
Brock-
Trey Lance and Brock are staying.
Yeah, Trey's gonna
and
stay as a
Jimmy's
backup.
gone.
Yeah, Jimmy's gone.
Jimmy G is gone.
I don't know
think.
where to like. I mean, obviously, if we don't get Tom Brady, like any Patriots quarterback, just has to be a favorite to come to the Raiders, like or old Patriots quarterback. If so, just because we have McDaniels as the head coach, so Jimmy G. If Tom Brady doesn't go, probably his best landing
Yeah.
spot would be Raiders, but it just depends what Josh McDaniels wants.
Is
to
it
do.
is it bad to say the Colts again?
No,
Is
I mean,
Huh.
some team's gonna sign him. Somebody's
Yeah.
gonna sign
but
Jimmy G.
Yeah, he's not gonna
What
go.
we were just talking about is that they're still paying Matt Ryan. Then they're probably gonna draft a rookie because that's what I would do. And then you might as well just play the rookie because I don't think you can't pay Matt Ryan and pay someone
Well,
else.
do we know
while-
what's Matt Ryan's hit?
He just talked about like 20
Yeah, it was
mil.
like
Was it
$18 million
oh,
dead
yeah,
cap, so there's like
okay.
no way out of it. So yeah, Jimmy G is probably gone. Trey Lance and Brock Purdy's an interesting conversation, especially if Brock Purdy goes on some
I feel
kind
like
of magical run.
I feel like you have to stay with Trey. Like if Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl this year or some crazy shit like that, then 100% then Trey Lance is getting traded. But
I don't know if I feel like he might stay.
You could keep him, but you could obviously trade him and probably get something out of him.
I feel like he'd want to be traded though. He knows that he's not gonna get to start his spot.
But can we talk about something else though? Like raw potential talent. Trey Lance is definitely higher than Brock Purdy, but obviously Brock Purdy.
Brock's been playing great,
Yeah,
so.
he's been playing good.
Geno Smith, he didn't write back.
He's staying.
He's staying.
Yeah, he's getting that contract.
That worked out for
he,
the
he didn't
Seattle.
write back to the haters, but he's writing on that contract.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring this up. Do you guys see that meme where like it was a picture of him and it said he should have wrote back or something? I thought it was funny. I don't know if you guys seen that or not.
No,
but.
I don't know if I've seen that, but yeah, I imagine that'd be funny. Geno Smith stays the Seahawk. He
Yeah.
made the playoffs. Really good story. I am fearful though, to be honest with you, that he gets paid like a good contract and then he just like sucks next year. I am kind of scared.
I feel like Max, like I think this might be fucked to say after that he brought the Seahawks to the playoffs and everything, but I feel like you literally give him a fucking 1-year deal. It might be disrespectful. You give him a solid 1-year deal and you rock with it, and then like I guess Max, I'm giving him his 2 years, and there's no way I'm giving him more than that.
Well, I wonder if he takes offense to that and just explores the market then.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's scary about it, though. But you can't beat the Seahawks and pay him like 2 or 3 year contract when he's already up there in age. So, like,
yeah, but I mean, you're looking at a guy who everybody thought this team was just going to go to shit this season, and he flipped it around.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, is that somebody
Jared,
you have to
you don't
pay?
want one of these motherfuckers in the playoffs, anyways. These are one of the most boring teams in the playoffs to watch, and I'm
We did
pissed
say
about
that,
it.
but-
All right, I'm gonna get. I guess I only wrote down Baker Mayfield, but you can kind of say the same thing for Stafford. Although sounds like Stafford's not retiring, so I imagine Baker will be back. Which we didn't even mention that Sean McVay apparently might retire. That's been kind of talked
to go
about.
to
Is it retiring or leaving?
Retiring because he's
Okay.
under contract. So if he was leaving, he'd have to get traded as well.
Yeah, because I guess I saw a report, or Pat McAfee show brought it up that I guess there was a report that Sean McVay was offered like a $20 million broadcasting gig.
So yeah, Baker Mayfield though. I mean, is he back with the Rams? Or?
Yeah, I feel like it has to be
As
the
a
Rams.
backup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I think he's better than Stafford.
Whoa.
I don't know about
I'm
that.
not giving him the job over Stafford.
Stafford, they won a Super Bowl with him, but yeah, he was throwing a bunch of interceptions that year, and then obviously this year he didn't look good when he was healthy. The Rams just went to shit.
I mean,
man.
you can't give Baker the job over a quarterback who just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I mean, he's obviously hurt, but
I mean, I don't like
Just-
Baker either. I think the Rams are just fucked. If you're a Rams fan, I feel so bad for you. You guys trade all your fucking draft capital. You guys are gonna be fucked for years. Like you guys have like maybe Aaron Donald wants to leave too. Like all these people are about to be retiring and shit. You guys are literally screwed. You guys have no picks. When's the next?
But
first round pick?
listen. The only positive that comes from that is they won the Super Bowl.
yeah. I guess you got your.
you know what I mean?
Super Bowl win. Congrats.
Hey, that's what all teams
yeah.
fight for.
See y'all in 30.
I would be okay with being in the Rams position. I guess we just won a damn Super Bowl. That's what you
Yeah.
won. So
As a fan, I'd be relaxed for like the next 2 months. That's it. No, I'm playing. Probably the next 5 years. I think I'd be fine. But
it's.
other than that, if shit doesn't get changed, then yeah.
I saw someone say that Sean McVay is the kind of guy, or is like the guy that's playing Madden that just trades all of his picks, wins Super Bowl, and just deletes the franchise.
Just leaves the team. He's just gone.
Traded all their assets, and now he's gone. All right, Aaron Rodgers and I guess Jordan Love for that matter.
Aaron Rodgers is gone.
I mean, wait, can I say something real quick? Because imagine being in Sean McVay's position. You trade all your draft capital, all that shit, and you guys did not even make play. Like, you guys weren't even close to making playoffs this year. You have to feel some type of way.
Injuries did play a part, but
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love.
Aaron Rodgers is gone.
Aaron Rodgers gone.
Did you guys hear what he said in his
I wanna
last game?
ask, you guys saying he's gone?
He's going to a
You
new
mean
team.
Retirement?
Yeah,
No, he's not retiring. He's going to a new
retiring.
team. He's going to a new team. Did you
What?
not see in his last game? His last game, he said, I think Jamal Williams went up to him, asked if he can jersey swap.
No, Jameson Williams. I know what you're talking
James
about.
Williams, yes. My
So he's
bad.
going to hang on to this
Yes.
one. But that could be interpreted a bunch of ways.
But I'm interpreting that he's leaving the Packers. I do not see him retiring just yet.
Yeah, I don't think he signed an extension, so it's kind of weird to me that's even like he says he's going to step away and think things over. Like he just signed a 3-year extension.
Mhm.
Like what is there to think about? You get
Yeah.
like $50 million. Like
I know as a fan, I'd be pissed to hear that.
yeah, I would be annoyed to hear that, if in my opinion. But I know
I
Packers
couldn't
fans,
imagine being a Packers fan. Look,
They love Aaron Rodgers,
Rodgers
though.
would piss
Yes.
me the fuck off.
There's
though.
some that love him. There's some that hate him, though. I know that for a fact.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like if he either stays there or he retires. That's the only two options.
If
I feel
Aaron
like.
Rodgers is back, Jordan Love is gone. He is gone. I don't even know if he's a free agent or I don't think he's a free. He might be.
No, I think he still has like 1 year left.
Who's the receiver? I can't think of his name. He just said he's not going to be there next season.
Randall Cobb.
No. It's one of the young guys.
Oh, Jordan Love won't be there.
No, the wide
Watson?
receiver. I
No.
think it was Watson, one of them guys. They said they're not coming back to Packers next season. I don't know if that plays a part in how.
Wait, what?
Yeah, look it up. I promise. Look it up.
The rookie said
No,
that?
not. I just said one of them. I never said him.
Oh,
I just
probably-
agreed with Dustin said because I was gonna say Lazard, but I don't know.
yeah. Jordan Love isn't a free agent until 2023 or 2024.
I told
guess.
you he has 1 more year.
Yeah, I think if you're Jordan Love, you request a trade.
Yeah, but what do you get for Jordan Love? Like a fucking fourth? He has
We'll
not
find
proven
this.
shit.
I mean, I think
Actually, Raiders trade for Jordan Love. I actually give a third or fourth up for it. Fuck it. Let's ride.
Or he starts with the Packers and Aaron Rodgers goes somewhere else. I think it's either Jordan Love or Aaron Rodgers starting, and one of them is as good as gone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
Alan Lazard said it. I don't know why I said was.
You said a young player though. Lazard to me isn't young.
Man, who gives a shit?
He
He's
said
gone.
he isn't back.
He said he's gone. He's not even playing for Packers next year.
He said that.
Yeah, look.
Oh shit.
You
Okay.
didn't see that?
No, I didn't see
I'll
that.
bring that up. Look.
I mean, he's ass anyway, so I guess I.
He's not bad.
Yeah, he
Give
is
him some
not
credit.
Maybe
Al
that's
Lazard all confirms he won't. Oh, that's an interview. Okay.
the Ravens are gonna be the number one.
Dude, we'll probably
the
fucking end up
number
getting.
one.
And then this
Fucking, we'll
one
probably
I'm-
end up getting fucking Cole Beasley or something.
I wrote this down before the reports came out that Kyler Murray would have an input on the head coach brought in, but Kyler Murray's probably staying with the Cardinals. I mean, I guess they could flip the switch and trade him away, but like,
Dude, I don't know, bro. I'm not trying to disrespect Kyler Murray, but I've seen so many videos of him on the sideline being pissed at the head coach, being pissed at his teammates. Like, it's even more funny that we're talking about Kyler Murray because I was literally before I was like left to go do some errands today. I literally was watching the Twitter video of freaking Hopkins calling him out like, "I'm wide open, I'm wide."
Is that when they're on the sideline?
Yeah, like
that
Kyler
was in the
going
Hard
at him.
Knocks season that they have with the Cardinals.
I was literally watching that Twitter video today. I was like, dude, holy.
all right, that is where will this QB play football next season? We'll see what happens. To close off the show, we always do this now, community question of the week. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. Anthony Dietrich, if I botched your name, I apologize. He asks, who's your guys' top 5 favorite players for your favorite team and top 5 who never played for your team? So might be a lot to think about. I mean, for me and my top 5, we'll go favorite team, and then we can talk about 5 players we like.
I feel like I don't know if we should do 5 because that's kind of 5.
I could do my 5 for my
I
team.
can think about
quick.
5.
I can think about 5 for my team, but I don't know. Actually, go ahead.
All right, for me, Terry McLaurin, number 1. Carson Wentz, I'm just kidding. Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, Jonathan Allen, Cameron Curl, and honestly, Chase Young / Taylor Heineke. It's kind of weird for me to say Heineke, but I just love the dude's story, man. He's such a good, like he may not be the best quarterback, but he's just so easy to root for.
Wait, was it active roster or the 5?
Yeah, it was,
okay.
on
If
the
it's active roster, I can do that real quick. Or do you want to go? For
It doesn't matter.
records? Okay, so obviously number 1, Max Crosby. Number 2, Josh Jacobs. Fuck, dude, I forgot about Adams. Dude, it's hard for the top 3 for this team. Fuck it, I'm riding Max Crosby number 1.
No, top 5.
Oh, no,
You
but
don't
I'm
even
saying
have to
like
say
the
in
top
particular
3.
order. Just say 5 players.
Oh, it's just the 5 players that are
Yeah.
obviously all right. So Max Crosby, Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, and
Derek Carr,
and- honestly,
Chandler Jones,
Fuck,
I was
no.
about to say
that
that.
motherfucker pissed me off.
Nate Hobbs.
Actually, probably a sleeper one, Denzel Perryman. That motherfucker has like been the tackling leader for our team the last 2 years, and he's also been a team leader. So
My turn.
Yeah, go.
All right, number 1, Lamar Jackson. I'm not going in order. It's just whatever. Lamar Jackson. I like Marlon Humphrey a
You better
lot.
enjoy it while you can. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I hope we. Man, I wish we played them, man. But Lamar Jackson, Marlon Humphrey, J.K. Dobbins. This is hard. I want to say Marcus Peters too. I want to also say Roquan Smith, Marcus Williams. There's so many. I like all these guys. There's not a particular top 5. I like them all.
Yeah.
But those are my top 5.
All right, you have.
who was your top 5?
Lamar Jackson, J.K. Dobbins, Marlon Humphrey, Roquan Smith. Who else?
Kyle Hamilton.
And he's great, but he's a rookie. Give him some time. Well, I'll say Marcus Williams.
Top 5 who never played for your team.
That play current? Are we doing current players?
Yeah, just do current to make it easier.
All right,
Yeah.
number 1, easy, low key. Even though I was dogging him this whole season, Jalen Ramsey, because the motherfucker was the best quarter,
That was
and
good,
I
yeah.
love watching his. I loved his energy. Number 2, or not in any order. Probably Justin Jefferson. That motherfucker is crazy. But I mean, I have Adams, so like it's just like top 5. Like I don't know, I like defensive players more just because like obviously we have offensive weapons. So I don't want to just like my top 5 players. Because obviously Josh Jacobs is number 1 running back and Devontae top 3 receiver. I don't know. Actually, I don't know who my top 5 is. After Justin Jefferson, I guess I would say like and Jalen Ramsey. I guess it'd be like. Oh, dude, I cannot even think. Like maybe
It's hard. It's really hard.
It's hard on the spot too.
TJ Watt or one of the Bosa brothers, either. Shit.
Yeah, it's a tough question.
Yeah, like honestly, I can't think of like. There's so many players I love to fucking watch that like I just can't even think of the top 5.
I just think of fantasy because guys I consistently draft. DeAndre Swift is somebody I always try to draft, so I like DeAndre Swift a lot, even though this year he wasn't particularly.
Oh shit!
great.
I guess if we're like, I guess I forgot my favorite. Who Brady knows my favorite players, even though I traded him this year. Alvin Kamara. I always have that motherfucker like every year.
DeAndre Swift, AJ Brown is one for me. Josh Allen I love to watch. I love Josh Allen. That's 3 that I can think of at the top of my head. Honestly, I don't know. It's hard.
I like Debo Samuel a lot.
Debo is a fun one.
Dustin already said 2 of them. Jalen Ramsey, I like him. I just like the way he plays.
I like his shit talking too.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson for sure. That dude is he's magical on the field.
I guess like even like Cooper Kupp will be up there. Like I said, Alvin Kamara is personally one of my favorites, which I forgot to mention.
Yeah,
because I wasn't thinking about him. But every year in fantasy, I'd always have that motherfucker somehow. So
it's hard.
All right. It's hard. We tried our best to answer the last question. So like I said, if you have any questions to ask us, feel free to leave down in the comment section below. But I think that was our episode. Enjoy Wildcard Weekend.
Good luck to your team if they're in the playoffs. If not, then sit back and be like me and Brady and let's enjoy some good football games.
Yeah, let's just hope for some firings of our teams this offseason. Some guys gone.
Or be like me and enjoying our team in the playoffs.
All right, this is In The Slant. We're saying peace.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and click here to subscribe and, of course, to watch some more.